So today I want to talk about this stuff, Irish moss, which is one of nature's absolute best anti-aging products that you can get. It's actually a seaweed, and when you buy it, it comes like this, and it's sort of a dry seaweed. And it comes with a bit of salt and a bit of sand on it. So to prepare it, put it in a bowl and you wash it, leave it to set for an hour or two, wash it again, leave it to set for an hour or two, wash it, leave it to set for an hour or two, and then just pop it into a container and leave it overnight. The idea is that it should expand to about 4 times its size and it becomes like a kind of jelly substance. And at that point, you can start to work with it. Now, what is it good for? It's good for anti-aging. It helps you to produce the type of collagen that makes us look young, lifts our face, fills out our face and our muscles. I've been hearing about this stuff for ages. I bought some, I left it in my cupboard. It's been sat there for ages, and I've only just gotten it back out again and started realising how amazing it actually is and how valuable as a health and, you know, general well-being supplement. And also it's one of the highest source, well, it is the highest source of iodine you can get naturally. It's got lots of sulfur, potassium and selenium in it, so it's great for your joints, great for your memory, great for your thyroid, losing weight. I mean, there's so many benefits to this stuff. Also, it coats a lining on your intestines, so it helps to protect it if you've got stomach problems like IBS or Crohn's. So yeah, once you've prepared it, I'm going to blend it, and it should form a kind of jelly substance, and then you just leave it in the fridge for an hour to set, and it'll look like a kind of blob of jelly. So I'm going to go and blend it, and I'll be back. And what can you use it for? You can either mix it with a little bit of vitamin C, and you can use it as a face mask, or you can use the gelatin-like substance and you can add it to smoothies and raw cakes. It's kind of a gelatin replacement for vegans. So I'm going to be back in a little bit when I've blended. Okay, so I'm back. I've whizzed it up in my NutriBullet. Now, there's lots of people out there that tell you how much water to mix with it, and they'll say 1 pot Irish moss with 4 parts water to blend. But I would scrap that, because from my experience, you really don't know, because every batch is so different, and sometimes what I find is when you do that, you just end up with like totally watery substance that's not useful. So I would say put a little bit of water in and then just keep adding it up. I mean, I use distilled water, and just keep adding a little bit more until basically it just blends into this kind of jelly-like substance. And then I'm just popping this into a bowl. Unfortunately, I find the NutriBullet doesn't make quite such a good job of this as the Vitamix. If you've got a Vitamix, it's going to be a lot smoother. And then I just put this in a bowl, and I'm going to leave it to sit for an hour in the fridge, and then it will form a jelly kind of substance. And at that point, you can really just do what you want with it. You can keep it for, you know, ages. You can keep it for a month. It should have no taste. As long as you efficiently washed out the salt and the sand, that's what makes it taste kind of sea because actually it should taste of nothing. So you know you've prepared it properly when there's no taste. So that's why it's really useful, because you can just subtly sneak it into smoothies and cakes and anything as a thickening agent, as well as making a face mask. And you can make the face mask at this stage. So you can just take a spoonful and you can just put it onto your face, mix it with some vitamin C powder, and that's an amazing face mask that you can just leave on to do its stuff. So yeah, and just add it to everything. You know, I'm now obsessed with this stuff, and I've been avoiding it for so long because I didn't really look up properly how to prepare it, and I knew all the amazing health benefits of it, and I just couldn't stomach it. But now I've learned how to prepare it properly. Like, it's a whole different ballgame, because you can just really sneak it into things and you don't even know it's there. And it truly is such an amazing anti-aging natural product for vegans especially. So really just eat as much of it as you can, and you can probably find it online. I got mine from Marcus Rothenkrantz. as part of a kit of supplements. I love his supplements, but there's lots of places where you can find it online. Just make sure that it's a good source. Hi, okay, so here I am back, no makeup on, and I've got my little face mask of Irish moss. So the one that I showed you before was quite thick. You can water it down more. I mean, you can change the consistency depending on what you want to do with it. So if you want to add it to smoothies, you can make it a little bit thinner and then put it in the fridge. And, you know, it'll harden and it'll be more of a kind of liquidy, jelly kind of substance. But for face mask, I prefer to keep mine kind of thicker so it stays on the face. And what I've done is I've mixed this round with some organic vitamin C powder into a paste, and I'm just going to use this as a face mask. It's going to look pretty gross when I put it on. You can also put a little bit of Manuka honey or something in there. Also, to tone my face, I use apple cider vinegar. So obviously I smell delightful now. Although this actually doesn't have any scent in it whatsoever. So I just cover my face with this, and it's an amazing kind of collagen building mask. So you take this stuff internally and externally. Okay, so you just leave that on to go hard and firm, and you'll feel it starting to like firm up on your face, and then just wash off, and you'll have super glowing, lovely skin. So really everything we need to get, we can get from nature. So I'm gonna leave you while I let this soak in, looking like a monster. And yeah, try this, because I'm not going to come back and give you the results, because I think, you know, you can't really see on this anyway, and plus it's long-term use, you can't just see from one application. But then if you make the mixture slightly thinner, like I said, just add it to smoothies. There's loads of recipes that call for Irish moss too, like cheesecakes, raw vegan cheesecakes, raw vegan cheeses. So you can use it in so many different things, and you just want to make sure you get some of this in every day if you can. And I've become a big firm believer in Irish moss.